What is up, my frosty brethren? My name is Arctic, and today I'm bringing you guys some Destiny gameplay. This is Clash in the new DLC from Destiny called The Dark Below. I'm going to talk a little bit about that from a Crucible side, multiplayer side versus the PvE aspect of it, because I'm not delved too much into it. Just give you guys some thoughts on the maps. I've seen some of the weapons in action, and just my general feeling about it as of right now. For me, you know, there's 3 new maps: Sky Shock, there's also the Cauldron, and the other one is called Pantheon. Now, Cauldron is like an arena style map, probably my favorite of the 3. Very tight corridors. You know, you get a lot of action very quickly. People can run up on you almost in any direction, and it seems like the spawns as of right now are very chaotic. They're kind of all over the place. Just because people are pushing so frequently, and they end up on one side and the other team gets spawned on the other side. So that's probably my most I would say likable map as of right now. Pantheon is probably a close second. There's a lot of long lines of sight, still very tight corridors. There's a couple open spaces in the middle of the map and on the outer edge of the map where the heavy ammo is located. You can also I mean, it's open space, so it's not like you're enclosed or anything like that, but it's very tight space to kind of work with. The fusion rifles seem to be very good there. I've also gotten into some of the sniping lanes, and I kind of figured out some spots you can use the sniper. But because the lines of sight are pretty long in most areas, or you know, if people are coming around a corner, you can kind of set up with a charge on your fusion rifle. Those end up playing well on Pantheon. I would say that, like I said, it's probably a close second between that and Cauldron. I had to play Cauldron, I think, a little bit more with a couple other weapons because I played with shotgun and it seemed like it did okay. I also played with fusion. I have not played with a sniper on Cauldron, although I have seen a few players trying to work some of the very back spawn areas. So I think I need to run into a game with the sniper rifle on the Cauldron and then tell you guys how I kind of feel about that. But between those two, those are probably the best. Now, the last one is Sky Shock. It's a very large map, to say the least. It's like almost like an open field. It's on Earth. The far outer side of the map is full of like airplane fields, kind of like what you see when you fly down on Earth and you run around in the the Cosmodrome. In that area, so they have like some old rusty airplanes and stuff like that, some kind of hills with rock kind of plateaus and stuff like that, little boulders here and there. And on the right side of the map, there's a lot of like junk. You know, there's containers, there's like debris, and that's where I would say the infantry, where they can kind of go without feeling overwhelmed by either snipers or vehicles that can kind of roll around. Now, the middle of the map and near each spawn, there's like a building or a set of buildings where people kind of set up and feel comfortable without being shot at. But for the most part, it seems like people play the outer rims of the map, the spawn areas, and they do a lot of sniping. I would say I probably played like 30 or so Sky Shock matches, maybe less than that, maybe like 20. And I would say more than half of them have people that kind of play it like it's like a Ghost Recon tactical military simulator, where they're sitting out in the hills or the shrubbery and they're sniping. So if you like the sniper rifle and you like that pace of gameplay, then that's a good opportunity to get some sniper kills and use your icebreaker or whatever has a long range scope on it, and try to set up a lot of shots. There are a number of other players, I think, that push middle and try to get map control, which is probably the ideal state. But as of right now, I just don't like the flow of the map. Vehicles haven't been too problematic. There's usually like 1 or 2 players on either team, your team or the other team, that wants to run around in the vehicles the entire game. And that typically happens. That happened on First Light, and that also happened on Bastion. So, you know, I was kind of used to that. And they don't play a huge factor in the game, but if you get somebody that's pretty good in the vehicles and your team doesn't focus on that person, it can get kind of cumbersome. Overall, you know, with the weapons that I've seen kind of thrown in, I've gotten a couple weapons. I got a new ship, calling it the Superman. You know, overall, I'm a little underwhelmed, I think, by the DLC. Maybe I wanted more maps, or maybe You know, I just haven't gotten a good taste of all the weapons yet that I've seen that you know, a number of players are using. But from a Crucible standpoint, it just feels a little underwhelming. And you know, I'll give my thoughts on the PvE aspect when I get around to playing that. Probably be this weekend. I've tried several times to play it in the evening and just can't get around to it. But I don't know if I could recommend purchasing it or not. You know, it's really up to you. You know, obviously, you know, I wanted to test it. I put in a lot of hours in Destiny, so you know, I wanted something fresh and new. So I think there's that aspect of it. But you know, it felt a little underwhelming from a Crucible side for the DLC. Maybe, you know, in the future they'll focus a little bit more on maps, add some more map content to it. But I hope you guys enjoyed today's commentary. If you did, please make sure to give the video a like, subscribe if you haven't already. Lots of Destiny gameplay. Starting to slow up on my commentaries, posting a lot more live gameplay, as you guys have noticed. That'll flip around here very soon. So until the next time, I will catch you all later. Stay frosty.
Let this defeat be a lesson. Only the strong survive.